On April 9, 2025, President Trump announced a 90-day pause on additional tariffs for most countries. This exclusion notably did not include China. Global markets, having grown increasingly volatile amidst escalating trade tensions, responded with a collective sigh of relief. The S&P 500 surged by an impressive 9%, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq witnessed a remarkable 12% climb. This market euphoria wasn't confined to U.S. borders. Across the Atlantic, the FTSE 100 in London saw a healthy 4% gain. Frankfurt and Paris, major European financial hubs, also experienced significant upward movement. Asian markets mirrored this optimism, with Japan's Nikkei index registering a 9% jump, and the Kospi in South Korea rising by 6.6%. The news wasn't just good for broad market indices. Trump's own business interests seemed to get a boost. The Trump Media and Technology Group, a company with close ties to the former president, saw its stock price soar by an eye-popping 22%. This sudden surge in the company's value raised eyebrows and fueled suspicions of potential conflicts of interest. The 90-day pause came as a welcome respite for many businesses and investors. However, the exclusion of China from this reprieve indicated that the trade war with the world's second-largest economy was far from over. The temporary ceasefire brought a sense of cautious optimism, but the underlying tensions and uncertainties remained, casting a shadow over the future of global trade. While most of the world breathed a sigh of relief, the trade war with China escalated. The Trump administration announced a significant increase in tariffs on Chinese imports. These tariffs, already at a substantial 104%, were hiked to a staggering 125%. This move signaled the administration's commitment to taking a hard line against China, even at the risk of further economic turbulence. China wasted no time in responding with retaliatory measures. Beijing announced tariffs of 84% on a range of U.S. imports, escalating the trade war to a new level. This tit-for-tat exchange of punitive tariffs threatened to further disrupt global supply chains and damage the already fragile global economic recovery. The escalating trade war between the U.S. and China has significant implications for the global economy. Both countries are economic powerhouses, and their interconnectedness means that the effects of a trade war are felt far beyond their borders. Businesses around the world are now grappling with increased costs, disrupted supply chains, and heightened uncertainty. The tariff increases and retaliatory measures represent a dangerous escalation in the trade war between the two economic giants. This escalation threatens to undermine the fragile global economic recovery and could have far-reaching consequences for businesses and consumers worldwide. The situation remains fluid, and it is crucial to monitor developments closely as the trade war enters a new and potentially more damaging phase. The timing of Trump's tariff announcement and the subsequent surge in the stock market, particularly the Trump Media and Technology Group, raised serious concerns about potential insider trading. Hours before the announcement, Trump posted on his social media platform Truth Social, urging his followers to buy. This suspiciously timed message led to accusations that he might have tipped off his allies and associates, allowing them to profit from the market's positive reaction. Democratic lawmakers were quick to condemn the former president's actions and demand an investigation. Representatives Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Marjorie Taylor Greene, along with Senators Adam Schiff and Chris Murphy, called for transparency and accountability. They argued that the timing of Trump's social media post and the subsequent market movements warranted a thorough investigation by regulatory bodies. Adding fuel to the fire, reputable Marjorie Taylor Greene, a staunch Trump ally, disclosed significant stock purchases of tech giants Amazon and Apple just days before Trump's market-moving announcement. This revelation further fueled suspicions of insider trading and raised questions about whether Greene had prior knowledge of the impending tariff pause. The optics of this situation were highly damaging, even if no concrete evidence of wrongdoing was immediately available. The allegations of insider trading, if proven true, could have serious legal and political ramifications. The Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, has a history of pursuing insider trading cases aggressively, and Trump's actions could potentially draw the attention of federal investigators. The accusations, regardless of their eventual outcome, further tarnish the former president's image and cast a shadow over his business dealings. The White House, while defending Trump's actions, attempted to frame the tariff decisions as part of a larger strategic plan. They argued that the 90-day pause was a calculated move to bring trading partners back to the negotiating table. The administration maintained that the goal was to secure more favorable trade deals for the United States, and that the tariff threats and pauses were all part of Trump's art of the deal. The European Union, which had previously been at odds with the Trump administration over trade, responded positively to the pause on additional tariffs. Brussels suspended retaliatory tariffs of 25% on a range of U.S. goods, signaling a potential thaw in trade relations. The EU's decision to reciprocate the U.S.'s conciliatory gesture suggested a willingness to find common ground on trade issues. Asian countries, particularly those eager to finalize trade agreements with the United States, also welcomed the 90-day reprieve. India, in particular, saw an opportunity to make progress on a long-stalled trade deal with the U.S. The pause on additional tariffs provided a window of opportunity for countries to engage in trade negotiations with the U.S. without the threat of immediate economic retaliation. The global response to Trump's tariff decisions has been a mixed bag of cautious optimism and apprehension. The pause on additional tariffs has been welcomed by many as a step in the right direction, while the escalating trade war with China continues to generate uncertainty and concern. The situation remains fluid, and the long-term impact of these decisions on the global economy remains to be seen.